Hi, and welcome back to another video for Your Soul Evolution. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to check the description box. I have created a free guided meditation MP3 that will help to raise your vibration. In today's video, I wanted to share with you how you can have a meaningful, life-changing meditation in around 5 minutes. I want to share with you how my personal meditations have changed over the years. I used to think that meditation had to be a big production. I would get up in the morning, I would light my incense, I would light my candles, I would surround myself with crystals, I would get into, the right position. I would maybe have some soft meditation music in the background. I felt like everything had to be just a certain way in order to make that connection efficiently. What I have found as I have grown on my spiritual journey is that none of that stuff is necessary. If that's what you resonate with and that's what you choose to do, then that is wonderful, but it is not necessary. All of those things are just tools. All that really matters is that you are there with an intention to connect to your higher self, to receive guidance, to grow your consciousness, and to be present in that moment as to whatever the universe would like to say to you. So now, instead of the one big meditation in the morning to start my day, my meditations have gone to more of several moments of consciousness throughout my day. Yes, I still start off first thing in the morning whenever possible. Sometimes it's just not due to humanly, earthly factors, but I do feel my best when I immediately roll out of bed and begin a very short meditative practice. Meditation is whatever you choose to make it. Some spiritual teachers out there really make it too complicated. It is all about the intention. That is it. So whenever I rise and shine, I immediately head to the most comfortable spot in the house, which is my couch, and I sit up straight so that I don't fall back asleep, and I simply start repeating the Ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I repeat this many, many times until I feel like I'm ready to move on, which could be around 2-3 minutes. I am conscious and aware of my breathing during this time. I am taking some deep cleansing breaths and breathing those out. And then I begin what I personally love. It's not for everyone, but I love chanting. There are many, many, many meditative practices out there. You can use singing bowls, you can do drumming, you can sit in the lotus position and do Kundalini yoga. There's so many different things out there, and you just have to find the one that resonates with you. Every single individual is going to be different because we are all on different journeys. You can't always just go by whatever a mentor is doing or someone that you look up to. It's got to be something that personally resonates with you. That way you will continue to do it. If it doesn't resonate with you, you're not going to want to do it because it doesn't feel right to you. So you have to work at it until you find what works, that you're going to actively put out that intention every single day to your higher self to make that connection. So I do a specific chant over and over, about 2 minutes probably. I take another deep breath or two, and then I sit there for a few minutes and try to just be. I just be present to the moment. I am listening for any messages coming through, any spiritual guidance that I need to hear. I'm just sitting there being aware that I'm fully in the present moment. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the past. I'm simply just being. Now, this part can be difficult for people if your mind is just constantly always going. And that happens to me all the time. It's just the intention that you are actively listening for that guidance. You are telling your higher self, yes, I could be scrolling on my social media right now. I could be doing some other thing, but I am sitting here patiently waiting on any guidance that I may need today. That is the message that you want to send. And if you cannot seem to quiet your mind, do not try to block out those thoughts. That will only make it worse. Just allow the thoughts to come in and allow them to pass. See them floating off if you have to, but do not try to block them. It will just create a resistance and have more and more and more thoughts come. Simply let them come in and let them pass. And after a while, you'll notice a huge improvement, but you just have to keep at it. After a couple of minutes of that, I usually stand up, I stretch a little bit. I like to go stand outside in the sunshine. If it's a sunshiny day and it's not too cold, I will go out there and even if it is cold, I just, bundle up. But I love to go outside and stand in the sunshine. I am solar powered. I love the sun, and it just helps me to feel so invigorated and ready to tackle my day. I also continue to do this many times throughout my day. If I have a few moments of quiet time, I will repeat, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I will do a little bit more of the chanting. I will take a couple of minutes to listen for any guidance, and then I move on about my day again. In a few hours, I have a few more minutes of alone time. I'll do the same thing again. I have found this to be very beneficial. I have extremely lucid dreams, what some people would call crazy dreams, but I know that they're actually projections of things that are really going on, things I'm trying to work through in the spiritual realm, fears and different things like that, lessons that I'm working through. And since I've been doing it this way, I have noticed an increase in those dreams. And what this means to me is that my higher self is clearly receiving the message that I want to make my connection to my higher self stronger. That my higher self is saying, I see that you are making multiple attempts throughout the day to bring your consciousness to the present moment, to listen for guidance. And so I'm gonna make your nighttime experience extremely awesome. I love having those dreams that are just like movies. They last all night long. They're so involved. You know they're real and they're beneficial. You learn from them. You can clearly see the messages within them. You're not having those dreams that are like, that was weird, that didn't make any sense. I have been having the ones that when I wake up, I'm like, okay, I see the message in that. I see it clearly. Taking time for these little moments of consciousness throughout the day are so beneficial for your spiritual growth because you are tapping into the present moment where most of us continue to stay in the past or in the future on autopilot all day long. We are bringing a conscious awareness to that present moment. And we know that that's the only place where we can create our reality is from the present moment. And we know we're always creating our present moment, but are you creating your present moment from the past? From past experiences? Because you can create your future from your past experiences. You want to create it from the present moment. You want to have these brief moments of non-attachment to the physical. Throughout the day, you want to remember that you're just here playing a role. You're not a female. You're just playing the role of a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister. That's just a role that you're playing. You're really an infinite, multi-dimensional being, and you just want to take time throughout the day to reiterate that to your soul, to the core of who you are, that you know that you have a conscious awareness of that. When your consciousness resides in the past, your creative power is weakened. The present moment is where that opening is to create the life experiences that you truly desire. Be aware of when your mind starts wandering back into the past or too far into the future. Let your past go. Use that ho'oponopono, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, to work through those past memories, those past traumas that continue to come up so that you can fully move on. Those will hold you back. Do not allow those to hold you back. Empower yourself to work through those and move forward. Remember that your past is just memories and your future is imagination. And yes, you do want to take time to visualize those things that you want for your reality in the future, but you don't want to live there. You want to be present as much as possible. So meditation isn't just sitting in the lotus position, surrounded with crystals, burning your incense, and all of that stuff that we associate with being spiritual. It is so much more than that. It is simply about going within, so all you need is you. You don't need any of those other tools. If you prefer to have them, that's great, but they are totally unnecessary. Meditation can simply be being conscious and present to the moment. It can be just listening to some peaceful music and trying not to think about your past or your future. For me, it's chanting, it's ho'oponopono. Those are the things that I resonate with most, that I prefer to make into a meditation. So if you're someone who thinks that you don't have time to meditate, remember this. Remember that meditation does not have to be a big production, that you can literally have a meditation in 5 minutes. And then if you can, use a few minutes throughout your day as well to do the same thing, to connect to your higher self. And remember that it's all about the intention. As long as the intention is there as to what you're trying to do, to connect to your higher self, that's always, always available to you. But you want to consciously give your higher self that message. Hey, I'm here, let's connect, let's get to know each other better. I'm aware that I'm a human now, but I'm really an infinite, multidimensional being, and I want to know how I can grow spiritually here in the now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know someone who would benefit from it, please share it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And until then, I'll see you on the next video.